So we have been living here for about 8 years, and when we first moved in, it was just us two together on our own, since then we've added 2 cats, 2 children and a new extension to the house as well, and the old boiler just couldn't cope with that. For example, we would go and have a shower and the water would be hot one second and then it would be cold and you'd have to step out and then step back in when it got warm again. As you can imagine, with small children, that wasn't really very convenient.
What interested me in the Intergas boiler was the lack of moving parts and components, only 4 moving parts. The heat exchanger means all the parts that let you down aren't there.
Well, we recommended the new Intergas Xtreme. When we came here, we saw that they had an underfloor heating zone downstairs and radiators upstairs, and dual open therms built into the Xtreme. So we thought it would save us a lot of hassle. They don't have to get rid of one of their relatively new controllers, so we'd only have to upgrade 1 controller when they're ready. So for now, we've got it running as a normal on-off boiler, but later we'll take full advantage of the dual open therm connections inside. The other thing we like about the new Xtreme is it's got a much better turn down ratio to the old Eco RFs. We've got the passive flue gas heat recovery system in there as well, so coupled with that and the modulation ratio, we can get a lot more out of the boiler for a lot less. When we got here, the old boiler was looking a bit like Trigger's broom. All the bits that have been changed don't exist on the Intergas, so we've got our heat exchanger with the dual pass with the hot water and the central heating all together. So the diverter valve, the plate heat exchanger, the air vents, everything that had been leaking and failing in the old boiler, which was causing them problems with their shower, just don't exist. One of the things we like about the new Xtreme is they've got the touchscreen controls now instead of buttons, so it looks very modern and futuristic. It also has the advantage of there's not much there for the customer to think they can fiddle with. So it's just there, a nice little glowing light when it's on. We've got the 1:8 turn down ratio now, so with the passive flue gas heat recovery system, the boiler can modulate down very low for hot water and be super efficient. The dual open therm keeps it running at a much lower temperature, so it's condensing a lot more, which also helps with the turn down ratio as well. So the boiler is on for longer at a lower rate rather than switching on and off and wearing out all the components. They've got a new fan and a new pump, so all the electrics are taken onto the circuit board, makes it more reliable, and they've repositioned the ignition unit as well up to the top, so it's out of the way for servicing. We've also got a full 7-year manufacturer's parts and labour warranty, so I don't have to worry about anything going wrong, should it ever go wrong in the next 7 years.
So the boiler has been in just over a month now and we are delighted with it. I noticed a difference immediately. I was able to have a hot bath, which being a mum is a rare thing anyway, but I was actually able to have the hot water to do that. The house has been lovely and warm. The children can have baths. It's just been lovely. The most comforting thing for me though is the remote management system. It's really nice to know that Dan is looking after everything, and I don't even have to worry about it. I've got enough to think about as it is.